Hello everybody, my name is Joshua and I'd like to welcome you back to a new episode of Coffee, Cats, and King, where we will discuss books, both new and old. I will share with you pictures of my cats will make you wish they were your cats, and I will drink enough coffee for me and everybody watching. So, my wife is still gone on business, and therefore I've decided to use this mug today. This was one of our gifts when we got married, and then I have on my "Have No Fear, Grandpa's Here" t-shirt. Despite the fact that I am not a grandpa, nor will I ever be a grandpa, but that's okay. I make up for it by acting like one. I am here today with my December TBR. I have picked 10 books for the month, which is actually kind of ambitious for this month in particular because, as some of you know, here in just a couple weeks, my wife and I are selling our current house, closing on our new house, and moving. So it's going to be a very hectic time. On top of that, we of course have Christmas. So I was hesitant to actually commit to 10 books, but I looked at my Goodreads, and ultimately that was the deciding factor because I was sitting right there at a point where if I read these 10 books and I finished one Kindle book, I could hit 180 books for the year. And so I thought, you know, what the heck, I'm going to challenge myself, and we'll just see how it goes. So, I've blabbed on enough about that. I'm going to go on and get into the actual books. The first book that I plan to get to this month is one that was sent to me by one of my wonderful subscribers. That's Nikki, and she actually runs a little channel on the side. It's not book related, but she is very much involved here in the comments in the BookTube community. And she sent me this book a while ago. I haven't been able to get to it, but finally I'm ready to do it. I figured now is the time. So this is Jennifer Armentrout with Queen of Light. And it's probably not a book that I would pick up, you know, on my own. Mostly just because based off the cover, I would think, you know, it's some sort of apparently is what I would say, but not what I would be thinking. What I would be thinking is, oh, this is a paranormal or fantasy romance, and that's not normally my thing. But she's talked to me about this book before and really kind of got me excited about it. She sent it to me a long time ago. I'm finally ready to read it. This is about a fairy assassin who has a chance encounter with a death angel, and because of a sort of a weird quirk with her, she ends up basically ruining this death angel. He is cast aside and he's no longer allowed to be an angel, and there's kingdom intrigue going on because she is the sort of the mate to the fairy queen's brother, and no one really likes her, this assassin, this main character of ours. No one cares for her. She's, you know, she was born the lowest of the low, and they treat her as such. And I know there's going to be romance involved, but it also seemed kind of actiony, and I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance. See how it goes. So my plan after that is to pick up another book that was sent to me by a wonderful subscriber. This time also written by that wonderful subscriber. A lot of you know and love him. That is Troy with The Forsaken Boy. It would help if I showed the whole book, wouldn't it? So, in case the full moon on the cover is not enough to tell you, this is a werewolf novel. And to my understanding, this is a werewolf novel about a young boy that is half Native American, half white, who basically has some serious turmoil and trouble in his life. And I don't know how it comes about. I believe he may be turned into a werewolf, but I don't know for sure. I'm trying to go in as blind to it as I can. But I've been told by a couple people that have read this book that it's a really great book. Troy thinks that I'm really going to dig it, and I trust him on it because he's shown me that he is very much a sensible guy when it comes to his literary choices. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's cooked up here in this werewolf novel. Okay, trying to hit all the major things here. You know, I got a couple books that people have sent to me because they're kind-hearted individuals, and for some reason they want to share that kindness with me, which touches me. And this is another one. This is one that my dear mother purchased for me, and again, it's just time to pick it up. This is Anne Stewart with Silver Falls. And it's actually a pretty neat cover. I dig the cover. It says every killer has a family. So basically, this book, Silver Falls, here is about a woman who marries this man. They end up moving back to his old hometown. He says he just needs to, settle a few things, that sort of thing. But soon after they move there, there's this rash of murders, and Rachel, the main character, has reason to believe that these murders are committed by her husband's brother, who is just kind of slowly ingraining himself more and more in the family. And again, that's really all I know about it, but it sounds pretty cool. It's actually billed as a romantic suspense, so in addition to Queen of Light, I guess I'll have some romance in this one. But I'm really digging the cover, and I'm very much looking forward to it, although I have not read any Anne Stewart prior to this. Alright, this next one, in probably my first or second ever video here on YouTube, this was part of my book haul, and I promised you folks then that I was going to read this book this year, and I have managed to put it off and put it off and put it off until the very end of the year. But I said I was going to do it, and I'm going to do it. Come rain, snow, sleet, or buckets of tears, which is what I've been told to anticipate while reading Richard Adams' Watership Down. I'm well aware that this book is probably going to make me cry, and I do not cry often. My wife and I have been together for about 12 years or so, and I'm sure that she can tell you, not even on a full hand, but on a couple of hands, just how many times she has seen me cry. So perhaps with this book, she'll add another finger to that. I don't know. I figured after something like Watership Down, though, I'm gonna need something to put a little pep in my step, to bring me back up out of whatever funk those poor little rabbits are gonna put me in. So I went with something that seems as though it's going to make me smile, make me laugh, give me some happy feelings, and that is the Autobiography of Santa Claus. I love this kind of stuff. I'm really hoping that this is a good one. This has been on my shelf for a very long time. I've been saving it for December, and it managed to pass me by last December. So I think this is going to be exactly what it says it is. It's going to be the story of Santa Claus, the true Santa Claus, and getting his inside scoop. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hoping that it will be a nice palate cleanser after Watership Down. And then once I've done that and I'm back to neutral ground, I plan on putting myself through a little more suffering, once again, thanks to Troy. So, a while back, Troy sent me this book, and he has warned me that this is the bleakest novel he has ever read. That is The Laws of the Sky. And since then, he may not have described it this way, but I have heard it described as sort of a more adult, darker version of Lord of the Flies, which kind of disturbs me because Lord of the Flies is pretty dark to begin with. So, again, I don't know what I'm getting myself into here, folks, but Troy tells me it is the bleakest novel he's read, but it is excellent, so I'm very much looking forward to it. I trust the guy on his reading choices. Okay, back into the giving season, if you will. This was another book, yet again, that a subscriber sent to me. This was way back towards the beginning of when I started this channel, and I haven't read any of these, and I feel really bad about it. But it's time. I'm going to read one. These came from the ever wonderful Cassie, so thank you, Cassie. I'm finally going to read one of the Nightmare Hall books that you sent me. This time I'm choosing Last Date. Gotta show the awesome step back cover here. So, this is a whole series written by Diane Hall. And actually, Cassie sent me that one, and she sent me a bunch of others here. And they've been sitting here on one of my shelves since then. I just haven't picked them up. And like I said, it's the giving season. I'm reading all these books from people and by people that I now consider friends. And so that is going to be one of them. And I know it's going to be dark still because she does some great stuff, but I think it's still kind of going to bring me back from the darkness that is The Laws of the Sky. I still have this massive collection of science fiction that I'm trying to get through that insane haul that I had a while back. So I'm trying to read at least one a month, which really, I mean, if that's the case, it's going to be years before I get through them, but it's something, it's a start. So for this, I chose this book honestly based solely off the cover originally, and then I read the synopsis and it sounded really great. This is Spider Robinson with Time Pressure. As you can see, there's a nice snowy scene down here. This is about a woman who comes from another civilization and another time to collect data on the human race. Why is she doing that? We don't know, but I hope to find out in Time Pressure. And I know a lot of you guys are not into science fiction, but I encourage you, and I'm sure that Mr. Michael K. Vaughn over there would encourage you as well, to pick some science fiction up, especially some older science fiction. There's some great stuff out there, and even if you're a person that only enjoys horror, I guarantee you that there's some science fiction out there that can still scare the pants off you. Now, this book I was really excited about. I showed it off recently, and I am ready to jump right into it. This was a Kickstarter thing, and you fine folks should be able to purchase your own copy very soon. This is a monsters anthology titled Humans Are the Problem. Yes, I said this was a Kickstarter edition, so I don't know what the finalized edition is going to look like, but I'm really excited about this. I love giant monster kaiju stories, and I'm assuming I'm going to get some of that in this, but also just monsters in general, so we'll see how that goes. And then to round out the year, the very last book that I hope to get to this year, I am ending with an R.L. Stine because in ways he was kind of the beginning for me. And this is a Fear Street Super Chiller titled The New Year's Party. So, ending out the year with a New Year's party. It's just the way it works. I don't think I need to get too far into this. It's R.L. Stine, it's Fear Street, and it's probably going to be really enjoyable. So, there you go, folks. That is my December TBR. Like I said, 10 books here. I tried to get a pretty decent mix of a little bit of everything in here. I really tried to make it more about you fine folks as well. So thank you for everyone who contributed to this particular TBR. You are all wonderful people. And guys, it's been an awesome year. It's been almost the year that I've been on here now. And I just want to thank all of you for accepting me for being my weird, strange, unusual, sometimes hard to understand self. You've all been just such a wonderful support system, and I absolutely love being on here and talking to you fine folks. I've made some great friends, and I hope to make more. And there you go, guys. That's my TBR. These are my cats. This is going to be my last cup of coffee for the night because it's really dark out there, and I'm hoping that I can find my way home. So, thank you all. Stay safe. Have a great month. Enjoy time with your families when and if you can. You will see me on here very soon with my November wrap-up, as well as with a tag video and some other little things sprinkled in here and there. So there you go, guys. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Drink good coffee. Cheers.